At some point during English, you'll have to learn about this guy, William Blake. Now, I know most of you couldn't care less about him, and the thought of poetry bores you stiff, but you'll have to learn about him anyway, so why not start listening? In a nutshell, William was born, got older, went to school until he was 10, got home, schooled by his mum, got a job, got caught in a riot, got married, then took a liking to poetry, which made him famous after his death in 1827. Yes, I know it can seem boring, and to be honest, most old poetry is, especially when it doesn't make much sense, but here's the stuff your teacher probably told you, but which you forgot to listen to. He was born in 1757 at number 28 Broad Street, Soho, the third of 7 children. He attended school only long enough to learn to read and write. He was a poet, a painter, and a printmaker. He wrote songs under 2 main categories, songs of innocence and songs of experience. He got arrested for writing bad things about the government in his poems, but got released because nobody could prove him guilty. Finally, he died in 1827. Although these are what your teacher would probably say to you, here's what they forgot to say. His wife couldn't have children, so he joined protests to allow more than one wife legally so that he could have children by another woman. As a little boy, William Blake was inspired by angels in the imagination, as he would walk through the streets of the city proclaiming to see angels and having discussions with spirits. At 4 years old, William Blake swears that God looked through the window at him, causing him to scream at the marvel that he saw. Finally, here's the 5 main points you need to know when talking about his poems. Songs of innocence were of childhood and youth. Songs of experience were about how restrictions and laws are bad. In Songs of Innocence, he tends to use narrators other than himself. He uses repetition of not just words, but of whole phrases in his poems. And in some ways, every poem calls to or upon angels. And there you have it, all the main facts you need to know about William Blake in exactly 2 minutes.